What's up, guys? Good morning. I was just sitting here thinking, I'm reading the Ruth book, the book of Ruth. Man, this started off strong. I'm reading the book of Ruth and I'm thinking about how intentional God is in our lives with every single step. With her, all it took was her being open to following her, what is it, stepmom, mother in law, something like that. And God just lit the whole path. Like she was like, you know what? I'm not going back. I'm not going back to what's comfortable. I'm not going back to my old ways. I just lost my husband. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to follow you, Naomi. I'm going to follow your God. I'm going to go where you go. Instead of staying home, staying with her family, staying with what she knew, staying with what felt safe, she was so ready to just take the leap and not even know what was ahead of her, not even know what they were going to come across, what anything would even look like on the other side. But she still took the step fully in faith, fully blindly, fully just trusting. It's just such a beautiful story of how God literally aligned her steps, put her exactly where she needed to be, and she stood out. She was different because she was led by the Lord, not because she was gorgeous, not because she did anything like put herself out there, made herself known. No, she didn't have to do any of that. Just her being a daughter of the Most High, being led by the Lord, being guided by Him was solely enough. She trusted that Boaz was going to come back and going to just take care of her, change her life. She didn't have to go there and call him 20 times on the phone. She didn't have to go try to control the situation. She went home, sat with Naomi, was patient, and just trusted that everything would work out. Regardless of the situation, however it would work out, she just trusted it. She didn't have to go and take control of the situation, take it into her own hands. She wasn't fearful of what might happen, maybe she was a little bit, but she literally sat still and was patient anyways and just let the situation work itself out. And I feel like that's so important in our life. And it's so important to remember that when we walk with God, we don't have coincidences. I'm strong, full believer in that. I'm strong, full believer that every breath, every step, every moment, every action is, if you're locked in with God, divinely orchestrated. I truly, fully believe that. Even when you feel like nothing's going on and you're bored out of your mind, I really believe that there's power in anything. And so many times where I thought, like, the enemy has gone into my head and be like, that wasn't God, that just happened. Like, for instance, my trip that I took to see my ex a couple weeks ago, I'm like, that was probably enemy doing this, and it wasn't any point, it was probably just to go there, da 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 da. And here I am a couple weeks later, really noticing like God moved in that time. That trip brought me closer to the Lord, had me seek Him more. I feel like I'm on a new wavelength after that trip with the Lord. It's like there's no such thing as coincidences. And like, a week or two after I delete the dating app after going on that trip, when normally my past self before I met God, I would have used the dating app as a coping mechanism for the withdrawal of emotions that I've been going through ever since that trip. Normally I would just be stuck on the app, seeking reassurance, seeking validation, trying to forget about the trip, but instead I'm seeking God. Last night I'm sitting in my house and I'm so lonely. I'm sitting there talking to God, making dinner. I'm like, man, Lord, I just wish I could hear the sound of my husband in the other room, watching the basketball game, watching TV, whatever, like being, sorry, I just got a text. I wish I could hear that. I wish I could hear the sound of our friends just laughing in the other room, just somebody in the background. I just kept wishing for that. And so I sat down, I tried to read my book. Couldn't get through it, wasn't interesting, didn't fulfill me. Tried to watch a movie, tried to watch a show, didn't fulfill me. Tried to get on my phone, wasn't fulfilling me either. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna open the dang word. And I'm gonna get in the word. I'm gonna study. I've been loving my studies lately. Like, ever since being in that trip to see my ex, I started like getting into like really digging deep and studying the Bible, not just reading it. And it's like changed my life. Like, thank you, Lord. So I got into a study last night and the loneliness just dissipated. God is the only thing that can come in and fill that space. And I'm so grateful because I'm no longer like before. I would have begged God, please let the guy I like text me. Please, Lord, I'm feeling so lonely. I'm feeling so down. I just need a text from him. I wish he would ask me to hang out. Da 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 da. I no longer felt that urge to ask God for that. Instead, I sat still in the discomfort and sought the Lord. I got in my word and I got in, like I said, I'm reading the book of Ruth and I just did a deep dive, I think on chapter like 2 or 3. And I just sat there and sat still in God's presence and let Him soothe me. God is so intentional. Even the little things that you think that aren't meaningful or just random. No, it's literally God working your life. God can use every situation, anything to work in your life, to teach you something, to grow you, to transform you. When you're feeling lonely, when you're feeling down, we're no longer seeking those external things that we used to seek, because those don't fill us. Literally, I told you guys, I tried to get on my phone, I tried to watch a movie, I tried to read my book, I tried to do everything but seek God. Yeah, I'm praying to him and talking to him in the time, but at the same point, I'm not in the word. I'm not fully just sitting there with him, letting him soothe me, letting him hold me, letting him comfort me. He is the only thing. The only thing that's going to soothe you in those times. And just leaning into him and trusting him and walking with him has been such a blessing in my life. And it's the only place I feel safe. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, I don't even want to be here. I don't want to be in San Francisco. I want to be somewhere else. And I think that's just me withdrawing from being with someone for 5 days straight, and the emotional highs, ups and downs. And I think that's a big part of it. But I've also been feeling like this before. To me, home is not a place. Home is a feeling that I get when I feel safe, when I'm just surrounded by people I love. I don't know how to explain it. It could be anywhere and I'd be just fine. And I just been feeling just lonely and down here. And I thought to myself, well, you know what? And I think the weather change is not helping, but I thought to myself today, I say, you know what? Even if you're feeling discomfort every single day for the next 3 months, you don't have to sit here and feel discomfort. You don't have to sit here and dread each day. You don't have to sit here and look out the window and see this crap weather or feel that you're not where you want to be in your life. Every single day you can sit there and hide, basically hide, run away in God's word if you have to. It's a good coping mechanism. It's not running away in the dating app. It's not running away hanging out with friends, because I go hang out with friends. I have fun while I'm there. The moment I leave, I'm driving home, the high of the fun drops. And I'm feeling alone again. I'm feeling empty again. But when I'm in the word, that's the only place that sustains me. That's the only place I feel safe. That's the only place in God's arms where I feel peace, where I feel freedom. Everything else is just a temporary distraction. This, I guess you could call it a distraction, reading the word. You definitely could. But at the same time, you're not only distracting yourself, you're feeding your mind. You're growing closer to God. You're actually moving a step towards your goal that you want to make. Even if God isn't giving you any steps towards the life that you want, towards the prayers and the blessings or whatever it is that you're asking for, if you're sitting there taking your time each and every day to be in the word, it doesn't even have to be the word, you guys. It can literally be just listening to worship music. It could literally be just like sitting still in prayer with him. Like, it could be any of that, but I'm using the word as my example. You're still taking a step towards the right direction. It may seem small, it may seem like I'm not doing anything. No, this is where God thrives in this situation. This is where God will reach you. This is where God will meet you. This is where, being in his presence, it's where you'll learn what you need to do. It's where you'll find peace. Like I said, if I'm miserable every day, don't want to be here, don't want to live here, want more, wish for more, blah, 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 the one place I can run, the one place I can be safe is with him. Before, I would run to my relationship, and every time I would hang out with my relationship, the person that I was, falling for, in love with, whatever, all the worries and fears and concerns of my life would just dissipate, and they would just be gone the moments that I was hanging out with them. And it was such an addicting feeling, because that became my one sole source of freedom, my one sole source of peace. And that was a human being. And human being, shoot, even if they're there for you, even if they show up for you, they could pass away, they could pass away, and then you're literally left alone searching to find that feeling. But when we can find it within, and it's not from ourselves, it's from God, that is eternal. That is not contingent on a person showing up for you, a contingent on a person being in your life. It's eternal, and it's safety, and it's peace, and it's just so crazy how all these things, I'm like, oh, that's nothing. No, every little single step is something important. It's just God showing up in your life. Literally had multiple takeaways from this talk today, but it was what was on my mind. It's just what I'm working through. And now that the rain has let up, I'm gonna go get out for my walk right now. I gotta go on my prayer walk. I literally just finished studying the Bible, journaling, and now literally, I wanted to film this video. I'm gonna go out for a prayer walk. I'm literally taking literally every moment of my day, I'm trying to just fill it with God, even if I'm just talking to him in my head, even if I'm just talking about nothing in my head to him, man, this weather sucks, Lord, blah, blah, blah. I'm still talking to him. I'm still bringing him into my life, every moment of it, because that's where my peace resides. I'm tired of trying to find fulfillment outside of God. I'm trying to find things to fill me up, reassurance. Oh, please, Lord, please let him text me. Please, God, I'm so lonely. Please let my friends call me. God, please let me have something to do. Please, Lord. No, I'm going to sit there. I'm going to get my butt in the word. I'm going to sit there, get my butt into worship, into prayer, Even the church can't fulfill you, only God can. You know what I mean? I found this awesome playlist on YouTube I keep talking about, but it's Christian lo-fi, and